Welcome to this presentation within the implications for embedding universal design and inclusive practice in higher education curriculum. This specific presentation is part of a suite of information on learning, teaching and assessment strategy, with today's focus being to embed best practice principles of universal design for learning, or UDL, within pedagogies of engagement through active and applied learning. So first, a little bit about myself. My name is Lavina Reeves, and I am an educational and wellbeing consultant with over 25 years experience in adult and community education in Ireland. A background in fine art and commercial arts enterprise provided me with a backdrop for creative approaches in developing people. And I have been engaged with evolving inclusive educational practice since 2010. I consider these principles not only a revolution in how we engage all learners, but also an indispensable toolbox towards my own communication and learning process. I obtained both UDL Digital and Facilitators badges in 2020, along with other accredited learning outcomes, as well as having UDL Student Leadership Methods published as part of an ATU poster portfolio in 2021. I continue to facilitate internal and national badge rollouts in conjunction with the HEAD and UCD for All for the enhancement of inclusive learning in further and higher education throughout Ireland. And our objectives here are to describe pedagogies of engagement, explain the principles of UDL, and explicate the implications of embedding best practice principles of universal design for learning in the curriculum design process. Pedagogies of engagement is an umbrella term for an educational process for learning exploration, assimilation, and constructing knowledge. It has at its heart an active learning dynamic, motivating students to take responsibility for their own learning, and enhances knowledge retention and metacognition through deeper levels of engagement through student to content, student to student, student to staff, student to industry, student to community, and student to research. These pedagogies promote the development of advanced cognition, higher order thinking, values development, intrinsic motivation, autonomy, personal mastery, and self-responsibility, which I'll soon expand upon, along with psychomotor skills associated with specific disciplinary needs. So here I've highlighted 6 key features within pedagogies of engagement. And this is to have university-wide initiatives that enhance student engagement, to support faculty to develop and implement best practice pedagogical skills, embed best practice principles of universal design for learning, support and design an equitable and transparent system for learning, teaching and assessment, provide students with frameworks to explore and embed theory-practice linkages, and provide teaching staff with opportunities to nurture communities of practice. Now let's look at what UDL is. UDL is a set of principles for learning originally proposed by CAST researchers that aims to provide all individuals with equal opportunities to learn. UDL achieves this by establishing more flexible methods of teaching, learning and assessment to cater for the diversity of learners. And it consists of 3 main principles. First, multiple means of engagement, the why of learning, providing options for gaining interest and motivation. Next, multiple means of representation, the what of learning, providing options for acquiring information and knowledge. And finally, multiple means of expression, the how of learning, providing options for demonstrating what has been learned. So why does UDL matter? It is important for learning communication, essentially because it is the science of communication for learning. And this approach is underpinned by research in the field of neuroscience and is designed to improve learning experience and outcomes for all students. So linking back to what is widely recognized as university goals regarding intrinsic motivation, autonomy, personal mastery, and self-responsibility for student engagement, this comparison illustrates how embedding UDL is in direct alignment and can support the development and implementation of these strategic goals under UDL principles guidelines of engagement. implications of embedding UDL within inclusive practice, issues and implications can be identified as follows. It's timely. This approach has been developed as part of global methods to modernize education through the adoption of UDL principles. It's valuable. It seeks to contribute to quality experience for everyone engaged in the sector. It's inclusive. It seeks to play a positive role in the further development of inclusive strategies. It's equitable. It is designed so that all practitioners are respected and all aspects of education and training are considered. It's responsive. It aims to inspire, encourage debate, and support continuous development of inclusive practices so that all practitioners can actively apply experiences with the ever increasing diversity of learners. And finally, I'd like to summarize with a personal reflection. Through both my own personal journey and professional experience with UDL, it is not only a specific goal within any learning and teaching strategy, but an intrinsic value set that can be knitted into the entire fabric of approaches to inclusion in higher education across the board. In short, UDL is not a task to be achieved, it is rather a mindset to be embraced. Thank you.